Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, April 11th, 2024, a minute after 6:30 a.m. So glad you could join me this morning. It is an honor to have you here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is simple. We want to help you become profitable currency traders. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators that are very, very predictive and basically make trading very simple. And we found the best way to do that is to, we have videos, we have group webinars, but the way that really expedites your ability to learn is personalized one-on-one training, where we work with you, show you various strategies, customize a trade plan around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. And then we stick with you for a whole year to see that you're able to do it. We act as a guide, and we're so confident that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So on all counts, it's a winning proposition. So with that, this morning I'm going to show you one of the trade strategies that I trade with, and we'll see if we can find anything in the market that we can make some money with. So we first need to listen to this guy, and we will get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
As I mentioned, one of the ways we teach, besides videos and personalized one-on-one, is we do these live trade webinars where you can see a very good trader walk through their analysis, and by watching what they do and listening to their explanation, it gives you insight as to how they think, and knowing how they think will help you think better. I do 3 a week, Monday afternoon and Tuesday and Thursday morning, which we're at now. Every evening around 4:15, I also send out an overnight trade setup. It is one of our simpler but more accurate, very accurate trades. I have a little video with it so that you can see how I figured it out. And if you copy that, you will average about 15 pips a day on average. When you become a regular member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m. Live trades again most evenings at 10 p.m. And then we have a couple in the afternoon at 6 p.m. But the key is we don't just teach you once, we teach you again and again and again. We've got training sessions every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. and kind of a back to the basics session when the market's closed on Saturday morning, where we're just reviewing various strategies, taking questions, making sure you understand what you're doing and how the various trade setups work. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps keep me focused and make sure I don't miss anything. Checklists have been shown on a research basis to improve performance, especially with doctors, where they're less likely to make a mistake. By following a checklist, you'll see pilots use them all the time also to make sure that the plane is okay. Apparently, we need to get Boeing to do that also when they're building them. So every day I restart the green chart. It clears out the memory. It has my computer run a little faster, and also picks up any updates. Good habit at the end of every day, especially for the trades that didn't go the way you want, is to go back and look at them and try to figure out what went wrong. And with our simulator, it allows you to go back and re-review the what you were looking at the time. It also allows you to just practice, where you can bang out 100 trades in an hour by just going back to a certain point in time and then moving forward and identifying the setups that, oh, here it is. I'm going to take the trade. What happens? And then you can see what will happen, so that you build confidence that, hey, when I see this, I know this is going to happen. So we try to take as much variability out of it as we can. On Monday's trade, even though I don't like to go back generally and look at where is it? I don't like to go back and look at, because Monday's trade was a winner, but I just wanted to show you. We took a sell on the pound yen. We were here when we were here. This is a trade that requires us to figure out how much the trade is worth, and so we drop in support and resistance. Support and resistance are lines where the candles seem to naturally stop. So we drew this based on what we were looking at. So you can see they come up to here and bounce. They come up to here and bounce. They bounced on the other side of this, bounced down here, and the trend. So we were trading a little bit against the trend. If we shrink this is a little bit of an uptrend. We had a sell signal. We had how much is this? We had 20, 30 pips down to this line, and 15 pips down to this line. We ended up taking, I think we ended up taking 10 pips maybe. Oh, we took 10 or 15 pips. I forget exactly what. So it came down a little bit, I thought we should have hit on this candle. I thought I saw it cross on this candle, which was in a couple hours from when we took the second hour from when we took the trade. It didn't. Then boom, it went right down to that. It went right down in the direction we wanted, and took us out. But you can see how powerful these lines are. So when I'm trading, I want to trade. Since I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, I want to trade within the boundaries of that 1 hour, because I want to get in and get out quickly. So this took like an extra hour than what I thought it was going to take. But boom, I went right down here and then went right back up and bounced back up here. So I thought that was useful for you to see. So the chart, the couple other things we need to do is, we are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and that's what our indicators are very good at, telling us what the direction of the market's moving. If we can figure out the direction of the market, we can make some money off of it. But news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what news events are happening so we can trade around them. I find the best place to look at that news is Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com breaks news down into 3 components. Yellow, which is low impact. I tend to ignore those. Orange, which is, well, I do ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally ignore those, but some people pay attention to them. And red, which is high impact. These are the guys I want to trade around. So this morning at 8:15, we've got some news on the euro. And then at 8:30, we've got core PPI and unemployment claims. So we don't know how the news reacts as a function of whether there's an expectation of what these numbers are going to be. And if the expectation comes in above or below, that causes the market to react. So we've got two things coming up. So we are going to stay away from trading the Euro USD and or the Euro and the USD this morning. So that's going to kind of limit our selection quite a bit because we don't want to get stuck with the trade and then the news giving a different signal that's outside of what we were predicting or what the chart was showing us. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into it. The trade I am going to do is something called the 10-point trade. We have a dozen different signals, and we're going to customize a trade plan to your availability to trade and risk profiles. This one suits me. I do it during the day. The overnight trade, if you've watched, I use a different signal. This is done off of a 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart lets me kind of get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours, which is comfortable for me. A trade on a 1 hour chart is generally worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. You will kind of rarely see me take more than 40 pips. But my sweet spot's 11. I'm trying to get 11 pips 3 times a day. If I can do that, I'm making terrific money. And as I said, I want to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy here is basically to get all 3 sections of the chart to be moving in the same direction. And when they are, that's a good trade setup. I'm likely to get the direction right. If I can get the direction right, I can make some money. So with that, let's jump in. Now, I said we're not going to trade the Euro or the USD this morning, but we're still going to just go through it and see if there's a setup there. Part of the goal is so that you can see how to identify the setup and how I take a look at it or think about it. So the chart we're trading off of is the light 6 major. It's one of our standard charts. I consider this a composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. And when I start with the middle section of the chart, which is this major and minor. The red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. So the major indicator gets a little preference. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. And I'm looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are going down. And like right here. And then I want to get a run off of a red candle as this runs down through the channel. Or we're oversold and the lines are going up. And I want to get the run through the channel. So here we were overbought. All the lines are going down. So there's 3 things I'm looking for. 1, we're overbought, which we were a couple hours ago. That's okay. 2, that all the lines are going down, and they are. And 3, that the red line is crossed over the green line, which it is, and the black line is crossed over the gray line. So I got 3 points here. Now, there's a couple things I don't like about it. 1, I do look at what the steepness of the green line is. Steepness of the green line is looks to be a little less than 45 degrees. 45 degrees is kind of my cutoff. If this line isn't 45 degrees steep, I'm not interested. I also don't like that here the line is more steep. Here the line is less steep. I don't want to be going from more steep to less steep. And actually, there's another kink here. You can kind of see where it's going from more steep to less steep. So this has happened twice. So this is telling me that's this move is running out of gas. The other thing is I usually will avoid trades where the green line is beyond the halfway point. It is right at the halfway point. I don't mind that the miners have run through, but because of the steepness of this line and the two kinks in it, I'm going to pass. If I don't see what I want, I just go to the next one. I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Euro USD oversold. Everybody's going down. Can I carve out 11 pips when we are oversold? Yes, I can. It's just not part of my trade plan. I'd rather catch this, ride it up through, and get my 11 pips off of this candle. Pound dollar oversold. Everybody's going down, so I'm not interested. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought going up, so it's basically a flip of what we're seeing here. In this case, the dollar is in the first position. Here the dollar is in the second position. Dollar Swiss franc oversold going down. This is curious. Here the dollar's in the first position, and we're seeing a signal similar to this. I would expect these two to be opposite. So there's something a little different going on with some sort of news on the Swiss franc that's causing this to act in a different way than what we're seeing on these. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. This is a nice signal. Green line has good steepness to it. It's just at the halfway mark. The line kinks where it's going from less steep to more steep, so that's another positive. The lines are all clustered. When the lines are all clustered, that is more strength. So nice signal here. I like this signal. When I see the signal here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. Two orange lines going down, supporting the sell signal we're seeing here. The blue lines are inversely related. So when thick blue is going up, that's telling me sell. So 3 of the 4 here are telling me sell. So I want at least 3 of the 4. So I've got that. Then I jump down to my pressure, and I want the lines either going down or the red line on top. I have the red line on top. And so that's a point. I like the fact that the green line is pulling away from the red line. To me, that's a plus. So this is a terrific signal. Only thing I'm concerned about is that it's opposite what we're seeing here on the Euro USD. But again, there could be something going on with the yen that's overriding what's going on with the dollar. Nice signal, but we're not going to take it because of that news item. But I like this. The next step would be I want to confirm it. And I would confirm it by going to a full chart that has multiple time periods. So here US dollar yen, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, 1 day. So I'm looking at multiple time periods. And what I want to see is on the 2 hour and the 4 hour, I want to see that we're overbought also. So if we're overbought here, this is the signal we were just looking at. If we're overbought here, in this case, the lines are going down. That confirms it, and that confirms it. They're both overbought. They're both going down. They don't need to be going down. I just want them overbought. In this case, we've got the extra plus that the lines, the majors are going down. And the reason being is if this signal weakens, I can still pick up the trade off of the 2 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. It just takes a little bit longer for it to make its move through the channel. But I won't lose on the trade. And my key is if I can avoid a losing trade, it becomes much, much harder if you have a losing trade and you have to get back to break even. So this supports it. But again, I'm not going to do that because we've got this news item. But this would be a good setup to trade if we didn't have that news item. I've cloned the Light 6 Major and made another chart with non-USD pairs. So Euro Pound, We're more than halfway through the channel, so usually I disqualify those, and we've got the kink in the line from more steep to less steep. Australian dollar yen. This is not a bad signal. Overbought. Everybody's going down. Good steepness in the line. We're just at the halfway mark. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. I care about where the position of the green line is on the major. So 3 points here. Overbought. Everybody going down. Double cross. Plus the plus of the steepness of the line. I have got 3 of the 4 lines up here telling me sell. Or do I? Oh, yeah. So thin orange is going down, 2 blue lines going up. All mean sell. Up pressure with red on top and the lines diverging. So a point here. All right, so good signal. We're trading off of a 1-hour chart, though. On a 1-hour chart, I expect the move to happen within 1 to 3 hours. But for that to happen, there needs to be active trading in one of these 2 markets. And right now, it's about 14 hours difference in Australia, so it's evening time there. So it's not actively trading. And in Japan, it's about 12 hours. Again, so it's evening there. It's not actively trading. I don't want to take a trade off of a 1-hour chart when it's not actively trading. So even though this is a good signal, I'm going to pass because of the time of day. Now, when you see I take the overnight chart trade, I don't care about the time of day because we're trading off of a 24-hour chart, and I'm expecting the move can make its move over the course of the day. I'm trading over a longer time frame that will catch daytime sometime in that 24 hours. Euro Canadian dollar oversold going down, so nothing there. Australian dollar New Zealand oversold going down there again. We've got the time difference here. Pound yen oversold going down on our pound yen trade last night. That closed very quickly on the overnight trade if you took it. Euro Australian dollar oversold going down, so nothing there. So again, let's take a look at some more setups. Canadian dollar yen oversold and going down. Sometimes, we saw that USD yen. Sometimes you can catch the trade. So there's something going on with the yen. You can catch a trade using a different pair. But in this case, this is too far. So we've got the news on the USD coming up, but there's no news on the Canadian dollar. If our green line here was halfway, I would consider this based off of what we saw on the dollar yen. But to me, I don't like to take a sell trade when we're oversold. So we're going to pass. Euro New Zealand dollar, we don't have agreement in the lines. Pound New Zealand dollar almost looks the same as the Euro New Zealand dollar. We don't have agreement in the lines. Majors coming down, minors are sideways. New Zealand dollar yen. All right, good setup, overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross. Good steepness on the green line. But again, the time of day is killing us. It's about 12 hours, and I think it's about 12 hours in New Zealand. It might be a little bit more. Maybe it's more, actually. 14 hours. So it's evening in both of these markets. This is a good setup. And we got 3 of the 4 here. The thin orange line, 2 blue lines telling us sell. Red lines on top. The lines are diverging. But because of the time of day, we're going to pass. New Zealand dollar, USD overbought. Everybody's going up, so we're not interested in that. Euro Swiss franc oversold going down. So let's go to our last group. Uh, Overbought, kind of going sideways. I don't like it when it's been hanging up, when the lines have been hanging out, overbought or oversold for a long time. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, been hanging out, overbought for 6 hours. You can see you might have been able to, you know, even overbought, you might have been able to, you know, bang out 7 pips here. Just not part of my trade strategy. I'd rather take less trades and be right than trading just for the sake of trading. Overbought sideways, oversold going down. Pound Australian dollar oversold going down. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc oversold going down. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc oversold going down. So we've just gone through 24 pairs. We didn't see anything. I am going to change gears and use another strategy. So that's one of the nice things about our program. We've got a dozen different signals. You learn a couple of them and you have them in your back pocket. So even though my principal strategy didn't find us anything this morning, I've got another little scalp strategy. And you can take this, it's called the thick orange line trade. You can take this when there's less than 5 minutes on the top of the hour. You can take it off of a 30-minute chart or a 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, it's worth 5 pips. And basically, I am looking for what the position is of the thick orange line. The thick orange line is a scaled number. It goes from 0 when it's as low as it can go to 10 when it's as high as it can go. When it is at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. If there's no more down in the move, then hey, that's a good time to buy because it's going to be going up. So I've got my 0 here. It needs to be 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. And so we're at 0. Then what I want to do is confirm it. And I want to confirm it by looking at the position of the red line on the major indicator. And I want this red line to be a little bit past the horizontal red line. We are touching. I want it to be a little bit down. So when this is extended below the red line and this is at 0, that's a 5-pip trade when there's less than 5 minutes left. We are touching the red line. It's not enough down for me. So let me go and see if we can find one. 0, yes. Red line, no. 2.4, no. 0, yes. Euro, JPY, we've got 0 and the red line is peeking through. So we're going to go ahead and take a 5-pip buy, 5-pip buy on the euro yen. You can take it in your simulator. And if you're not using your simulator, you can take it in MetaTrader 4. So let me pop that up. So euro yen. So I don't have the euro yen down here. So I'm going to go to file, new chart. Euro yen is going to probably be in this third group. Euro yen, here he is. I am going to go to new order. The lot size is a function of how much is in the account. There's 12,000 in this count. I am going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1.21. I could take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm just going to stay right at the neutral spot there at 1.21. Market buy. I'm going to right click on it, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. If I put 50 in there and click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And this trade, because of its accuracy, we can use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So 20 pips, which is 200 points. And the only other thing I like to do is I like to confirm that we're getting the full 5 pips. So we got in at 164.253. If I take 5 pips away from that, or if I add 5 pips to that, we're going to go to 258. Why is it so off? 164, 2, Should be 258. I don't know why this is so far off. 258. And then click modify. Let me take a look. There's something wrong with our take profit, so I'm going to go back in and fix it. Oh, there's something wrong with. No, let's do this again. There we go. That looks right. I'm not sure why the math isn't quite working out here, but oh, you know what it should be? It should be here. I was adding from the wrong decimal spot. So we got in at 253, so it should be 230. Here we go. 2303 to get our full 5 pips. All right, so we took a buy using the thick orange line signal on the euro pound with a take profit of 164.303, 164.303, and a stop loss of 164.044, 164.044. I expect this trade to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's again an honor to have you here. Have a wonderful day. If you want to learn to trade, find someone who's good at it and get them to teach you. That's what we do. If you want to speak to me, best way is to get on my calendar by going to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and you will get some dedicated time with me. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. We'll see you this afternoon for this afternoon's overnight trade. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.